Hey guys, this is Sparrow here from the Falcon support team, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up Falcon Supreme and give you guys some tips on copying Supreme. This is a remake of the original video. I'm going to be actually starting from the very beginning, from downloading to setting up actually starting up the bot, and adding more tips and stuff. So let's go. Whenever you first purchase Supreme, or Falcon Supreme that is, you will get a email that includes a Discord invite, a download link, and a key. I'm sure most of you guys are already in the Discord, but if you're not, I suggest you join the Discord. And because we give you guys support, we supply you guys with the keywords, we supply you guys with any information regarding the bot, and we give you guys update notes as well. So make sure you do that. As far as actually setting up the bot, you want to just simply click the download link on your email. If you can't find it, if you go to purchase links, I think this link is also pinned on updates or announcements. But usually what I just do, I just copy and paste this, go into a browser, and just add /download at the end. And then that should take you to the latest download for your operating system. I'm on Windows, so we're going to be getting a Windows download. We start download, let that download, and it should go to the downloads folder. And it should be here. You just right click it, extract all, extract, and that should give you the fully extracted folder with Falcon Supreme in it. You click it, and then you scroll down where you find the Supreme application. You just double click it, and yeah, on your first run, it probably will ask you for some things like this. You just hit that and then run anyway. And then right off the bat, you're greeted and you are shown this Gmail login. The reason we need your Gmail login is because you want to bypass CAPTCHA or have higher chances of getting a one-click CAPTCHA. Because if you didn't know, Supreme actually has a CAPTCHA system on their checkout page, which basically tries to detect if you're a bot or not human, and if it thinks you're not human, then it will make you solve a CAPTCHA, which will significantly actually drop your checkout time, and you'll probably end up catching an L. So using this to log into your oldest Gmail account possible will either bypass CAPTCHA for you or give you a one-click CAPTCHA, so that you do not have to worry about that happening to you. So just make sure you log into the oldest Gmail account you have. Just log in, and then it'll take you to a YouTube page. So you want to just go around and interact around YouTube. I like to just watch like timer videos and just like them, just interact around. So you got an ad, just skip it. Wait. And then you mute this and then just minimize it, and you should be good. And as long as you're logged into a non-flagged Gmail account or a Gmail account that's like fairly old and that you use it frequently. So that's to avoid CAPTCHA. This is the CAPTCHA solver here. This is the delete cookies button. This is you usually want to click this before after every drop, so that it makes you relog into your Gmail account, so you don't end up getting like flagged or something. So make sure you always delete your cookies, and then this is where you would log in again, and then it'll bring up that one page we just saw where I logged into my Gmail. You can reposition the bot by dragging it from the top left, and you can just drag the CAPTCHA solver from anywhere. And I like to set it up like this. If you do end up getting a CAPTCHA though, it'll pop up on here, and then you just solve it, and you're good to go. And hopefully you didn't take an L by then, but the bot bypasses CAPTCHA or gives you one clicks and auto clicks it if anything, so should be good. Now let's go. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna go tab by tab. I'm gonna explain each tab to you guys and give you guys tips along the way. Let's just start off with the releases page, and basically this is like a quick task page. It'll have every item updated that's dropping on Supreme for the week, along with their designated colors and sizes. And basically what you would do, let's say you wanted a track jacket in, let's say navy, extra large, you would select as so, and then you say add, and it should create a task with that information and the profile that you set up in settings, which you would go over later. So it'll set up with your default profile, and then basically you hit start all, and it should start the task pretty quick to catch free stocks. Um, but that's basically the releases page. So yeah, basically for quick tasks. Now let's go to the task creation or my task. If you click this pencil or this box here, this is where you would create tasks. We have two task types, so we have custom and normal. Custom is more for our European customers because we have a normal one which has all the products along with their designated colors and sizes pre-set up for you guys. But we don't get this information until after the European drop, which is I think 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. in Eastern. And then we have this actually updated around an hour or two before the actual drop, the US drop. So this is actually not updated for the European drop, sadly. So our European customers have to really count on the keywords, which is not hard at all to set up either. As you can see, our keywords, the way you use them is they're non-case sensitive, so you can either do like this, or you can make them all lowercase. Um, Partial keywords will catch like full names as well. So let's say you're running for tagless T's, you can put T, and that'll actually pick up T's as well. So also you want to separate your keywords with just commas, no spaces. So let's say we're running for tagless T's, tagless T will work, or tagless T's will work. Either or works, and you want to separate again with the comma. All lowercase is fine, or even beginning capital, however you want. Usually just go all lowercase, better. And then same goes for color. You want to just type the color uh, in full, all lowercase, or even like this if you want. And then same for size. You do not want to put just the size letter. You don't want to do that. You want to actually type out the full size. So if you wanted a medium, you would type medium, small, large, and then X large. So there's that. If there's no size, you would just leave this blank. For example, like an accessory or something, you just leave that blank. Uh, Same for color. If let's say the accessory has no color, then you just leave that blank as well, and you just go straight for the keyword. Um, a good place to find keywords, we post them a lot in the Discord here under the keywords chat. You'll find that here. Um, Another site I like to use to see what's dropping for the week and to get my keywords from, I go to supremecommunity.com, and then we head over here to drop lists, and then you go to the week that you're going for. This is the first week, so it'll be week 0. And then here you have all the items that are dropping for the week. And basically this is the official name. So you want to put your keywords around this. So for example, let's say we were going for this Madonna tee. You would want to simply just put your keyword as Madonna, comma, T. But another thing I like to recommend is to keep the amount of keywords you set up as low as possible, because Supreme does like messing around with the keywords. So for example, this week the only thing that's dropping that has Madonna in the name is actually the t-shirt. So you'd be perfectly fine just running Madonna instead of Madonna, comma, T. Because what could actually happen is Supreme could insert special characters within the name of T and make it so that T doesn't pick up anything. While if you were running just straight up Madonna, it would have picked up. So you want to keep it to a minimal, but always use, always use common sense on here. So like if let's say a Madonna t-shirt and a Madonna sweatshirt were dropping, you definitely don't want to just run Madonna because it could actually pick up either or. You want to be specific in that case, but something like this where like liquid tea, it's the only item with liquid dropping this week. Liquid is perfectly fine. So yeah, just that's how you set up keywords. And you would just let's test it here. So just put Madonna in this case. I personally would just run Madonna, but Madonna T would work too. as long as Supreme doesn't mess around with keywords, or scramble keywords is what people call it. But let's just say Madonna. Color, so you can see they have it in black. For colors, you'll probably be able to find it under the keywords on our Discord, or you can just search around. It shouldn't be difficult to find. At Drops by J usually gives you a full drop list with all the colorways they're dropping for each item on Twitter at Drops by J. It's this. Pretty good person to follow. And then for colors, you would just type the color out. So let's say black in this case, and then the size that you want. So let's just run for a large in this case. Here you would select a profile, which is the billing profile and the card you want to use for this item, which you set up in profiles here. Proxy, you would select a proxy if you need one, and we'll touch on that once we get there, but you would set that up in the proxies tab. And your delay that you set up, we recommend 2.5 for actual drops, or anything between 2 and 3. 2.5 seems to be like what we've had the most success with, so I would go with 2.5 for an actual drop. If you're setting up a restock task, you want to leave this at 0 because the delay doesn't actually matter after any time after the drop time, which is 11 a.m. So you can set that up as 0 and you won't get detected as a bot. So restock 0, normal drop 2 to 3, 2.5 perfect. So start timer. This is basically where you choose to either have a manual where you start your task on your own on a specified time, or you have custom where you can just schedule it so that it's your task automatically start. Let's say if you were like out of town or something for the day, you can just schedule your task to start on the time we tell you. Usually, now that we're talking about that, you want to start task 15 to 10 seconds before the Supreme drops. So for example, here you would type the date. Let's say they're dropping 8, I believe 20, and then they're dropping in 2018. And then for the US, they usually drop at 11 a.m. Eastern. So we'll be going with 10:59, 50, and then this is the hours, minutes, seconds, and then here you would type either AM or PM. We're going to be doing AM here, obviously. And basically all your tasks will start 10 seconds before the drop time. And that's how you set that up. But like I said, I really recommend manual. You always want to be around your bot if possible. But you have this option if you're like ever out of town or not going to be like at school or something. So that's cool. So go to manual and then you start save the task and it should be there. So that's how you set up tasks. As far as the other buttons, this is a start all button. So this will start all the tasks, as you can see. This will stop all the tasks. This will delete all the tasks. And this will actually give you a success mode, which blurs out the proxy that you used and the profile name, so no one on Twitter can do anything with your information. And then this is a screenshot button, which automatically captures a full screenshot of the bot, so that you can flex on Twitter or post in success on Discord, and or tweet us at Falcon Success on Twitter with your cops. So yeah, this is actually for a list view, and obviously that gives you a list view of all your tasks, which is super clean. Or you can click this again to switch back to our card view. As far as starting and stopping tasks by themselves, or you want to click this play button to start the task or specific task, you can hit the stop button within the card to stop that task, hit this to duplicate it, and then you can click this to delete it, the trash can to delete it. So that's the My Task page, and that's how you set up. Like I said, you want to start your task for the certain drop 10 to 15 seconds before the drop. So let's say it was 10:59:50 right now. You'd hit the start all button. It'll start looking, and it should find the item around 11 o'clock, and start adding to cart and checking out for you, and then the bot should do its job. So there's that. For profiles, this is where you would set up your your billing profile. Uh, Here you can see we don't give you an option to set up a billing slash ship or and a shipping ad or billing and shipping address, sorry. Because Supreme makes it so that you have to ship to your billing address. There's no way around it. You have to ship to your billing address. So that's all we give you guys here, obviously. And you basically fill out this page with all the information it asks for in the light text, and yeah. And then we're gonna go over copying multiple. So basically, you put your profile name. This is just like a friendly name that you want to put for this profile. So you can put like main or whatever you want. You want to type in your full name here. So let's do John Smith. Your email. Let's just do john@gmail.com. And then we have address 1, 2, and 3. So address 1 would be your main address. So let's do 123 Main Street. Address 2 is usually used for apartment numbers, suite numbers, anything along those lines. You would type that in. So you would put like apartment 1, or like floor 1, whatever your thing goes with. And then here you type your phone number in this format. Uh, Area code, 3 digits, dash, like that. And then zip code, you're typing your zip code, easy as that. Your city, your state, and your country. Select it here, let's do United States, Massachusetts, and then you would put your card number. Please make sure you actually put the right information here for your card. You don't want to end up putting the wrong information and not finding out till you get card declined on Supreme the day of the drop. So make sure it's 100% correct based off your credit card. You put all your card information here. You fill that out. Expiration month, it's 2 digits, so you want to put, let's say, 06. And then expiration, it's the last 2 digits of the year, expiration year, so you want to do, let's say, 20 for 2020. And then CVV would be the last 3 digits on the back of your card. You do 100 or whatever it shows up in the back of your card. And then here you choose the type of card it is. Most of you guys are probably going to be within these, so Visa is the biggest one. So yeah, and then you just hit save, and that should save your profile, and that should be available to use for all the tasks and everything. So there goes that. But now that we're here, I want to mention, answer one of you guys' question about copying multiples of the same item style on Supreme. If you purchase 2 of the same item using the same information, you will get canceled. You want to act like a complete different customer when you're copying the same an item of the same style or same style item, because otherwise, like I said, you'll be canceled. You want to essentially act like you're a completely different customer and have everything different. What Supreme usually checks for to match multiples is your email, your phone number, your address, and your payment method. So with that in mind, you want to make sure you change all of that information. For example, if you already copped, let's say the Madonna Tea in black with this profile, you want to have a completely different profile in hand to be able to cop another one. What I like to do, I like to ask friends and family to use their addresses and their personal credit cards, which is the best bet, and you just pay them if you end up copying. Another option is that's worked in the past is address jigging or addy jigging, which is where you actually change your address up a bit and it still gets delivered to that main address. So what you can do is, like, instead of ST, you can put street, you can put STRT, you can put ST period, but you want to like change it significantly than you did before. For avenue, you can put AV, avenue spelled out. You can even add like an extra E, like just be, you can do stuff like that. You can add 4 digits before your actual address, and that will still get delivered to your 123 Main Avenue. If you live in a home, you can even act like you're in an apartment, and it'll still get delivered to your house because the delivery driver is not going to find the apartment and still deliver to your main house. If you actually live in an apartment, do not mess around at all with your address 2 line. Just make sure it's actually your apartment and just stick to messing around with your main address, like changing things around here. But And then obviously you want to use another credit card that you own that's registered at least under that same zip code. Usually the way they check your bill to see if your billing address matches your card is through zip code. But yeah, so let's say you lived on 123 Main Street and you have two credit cards. You can potentially cop two of the same items by simply putting an order through with 123 Main Street or ST, and then one with like 123 Main Street, like that, and then adding an apartment number or something, and also changing your email and your phone number, and then running your second card. So that's how you call multiples. Do not try to call multiples with the same information, identical information. It will get canceled. As a matter of fact, Supreme probably won't even let you put the order through, and it'll come up as a duplicate order. So don't do that. Like I said, I recommend actually just using your friends or family's address along with their card and paying them back. Another thing a lot of people like to use is privacy.com, which is a system where you can create virtual cards, and it basically just charge your bank account, and you can just set that up in your bot. But the problem is that Supreme is really hit or miss with privacy. It could really cost you a drop, and I really don't recommend it. I recommend to sticking to actually using actual cards. So there goes that. You just save the profile here, and then you can edit it by clicking that, and delete it by clicking that, and all your profiles will show up here, by the way. And you have export and import files. Export, this would back up all your profiles that you have set up on a file, and then on wherever you decide to save it, and then you can import it by clicking this, and also finding that file, and then selecting it, and it should import all your files. This is good for whenever you're transferring your bot over to another computer or to a server. You don't have to reinsert all your profiles. Now let's move on to proxies. For proxies, if you wanted to add a single proxy, you click this add proxy, and it would prompt you to put in all the information for that proxy. And if you wanted to add a batch of proxies or multiples, you want to hit import, and then set up all your proxies in a notepad with this format: IP, port, user, password, or user pass. If your IP or if your proxy doesn't need user password, then you also would just use IP port. But yeah, you would set up all your proxies. Sorry, you would set up all your proxies as so. Let's say you have 5 proxies. It should all be like that with their respective information. And then you save it wherever you could find it, and then you just click import, find that same file, and then import it, and then it should put all the proxies. Otherwise, you can hit add proxy. It will ask you to insert a single proxy, and you would just put the information like this, and you should have a single proxy. But now that we're talking about proxies, let's bring up if you even need them, and other stuff. So last season you did not need proxies if you were running a a decent amount of if you weren't running an insane amount of tasks, or if you were running on your home IP or your home computer. If you're running on a server, you will 100% need a proxy because Supreme bans all servers IPs, so you'll need a proxy, at least one. As far as if you're running like under like I'd say like 25 tasks and you're running on a home computer, do not worry about proxies unless Supreme decides to change things around this season. If you're running on a server, make sure you get enough proxies to match your tasks. So yeah. I recommend Virginia proxies, Virginia location proxies, and a Virginia location server to get the fastest ping times to Supreme, by the way. Let's go to the last thing, which is settings here. This is where you set up your defaults, which correlate mainly with releases. I like to set this up as 0 seconds because you're usually using that for restocks, and restocks, like I said, you want to run with 0 delay. Defaults, this is where you set up your profile here. So the profile that you mainly want to run restocks with, it would probably be your main one, so you set that up. Discord webhook, what Discord webhook does, it sends you notifications to your Discord on checkout. So the way you set this up or where you find your Discord webhook URL, is you create your own Discord server, and then you create your own text channel. Just create one right here. So you hit the plus sign, create text channel, name it whatever you want, and then you go here to the settings icon, little webhooks, create one. You can leave this however you want, and here's your webhook URL. Copy, save, and escape. So this is on this text channel. Any information that you from FalconSupreme, like checkouts, will be messaged to you here. So you just copy and paste that with Control V. Control V is a shortcut to paste text, and then you would save it, and then you test webhook, and as you can see, it gives you information on the checkout here. I told you the total time it took to check out. Obviously, this is the test one, the color, the size, and the name of the item, and what time it checked out. Other than that, we have two colorways for our bot. We have light mode, which is currently on, looks sick, and then night mode. Wow, looks dope. And then we have the deactivate button, which would deactivate your key so that you can transfer your bot over to another computer or server. And then we have a help and support button here, which would directly link you to get some help if you ever need so. And then obviously you close the bot here and minimize it here. Other than that, I think I covered everything. And I wish you guys luck this season. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to message me on Discord. Or DM me on Discord, and yeah, don't forget to post success for this season using this, and tweeting us at Falcon Success on Twitter, and posting it on the Success channel on our server here. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped you guys. Thank you.